Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I do want to talk about the Canadian maple leaves here. But before I do that, I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I did mention it in yesterday's one on New Year's Eve, but this being New Year's Day, I thought I would say it again. I hope everyone had a good night last night and everyone stayed safe. Like I mentioned, up in Canada, there's some restrictions and everything like that, so we just kind of stayed in, had a quiet night. But hope everyone else enjoyed their New Year's Eve. And yeah, like the title says, I'm just going to jump into a couple of reasons why I like stacking the Canadian maple leaves. The first reason is it's very liquid. You know, it's very recognizable. So this is the bullion coin of my country. It's made by the Royal Canadian Mint, and I'm sure you're all very familiar with this coin, the maple leaf here. It's a nice classic design. The design here has never changed, the maple leaf. But the back here, this is I've got some smudges on this one, some fingerprint smudges. But this one here on the Queen side, this has changed 3 times. It's had 3 different effigies of the Queen. The first one, these were made, the first of these were made in 1988. And the very next year, they actually changed the Queen Elizabeth bust. And from 89 until 2003, they went with that one. And this one here, this current one, has been on the coin since 2004 till the present there. So all of the coins that you see here are 2020s. So the American Silver Eagle is top dog when it comes to the sovereign nation coins. It is the most recognizable and best-selling bullion coin in the world. But the maple leaf isn't too far behind. You know what I mean? As I said, for me, living up in Canada, it's a no-brainer. If you do live in the States or abroad somewhere else, and you want to have a little bit of variety in your stack, and you don't want to go the generic route, this is a very good coin to pick up. As I said, I don't think you'll have too hard of a time trying to unload these anywhere. As I said, they're very liquid and very recognizable. And yeah, I don't think you'd have any problem trying to unload these. The second reason is the price. Now, as of the American Silver Eagle, it does have it as far as being the more popular coin. But if you do want to save, just that little bit of premium per coin, and still, have it where it's from a sovereign nation, then you can't really go wrong with the maple leafs. The maple leafs are consistently that little bit less expensive than American Silver Eagles. They are slightly more expensive than some other ones, like the Britannias or the Krugerrands and the Kangaroos. But you have to offset that with my first point with is the liquidity of the maple leaf. So you do pay that little bit more premium when you're picking up this coin and the American Silver Eagle, because you know that on the back end, when you're trying to sell it, you're not going to have as hard a time, or you might be able to get a little bit more back of your premium when you're trying to sell it than you would, say, like the Krugerrand or Philharmonic. Especially here in North America, up in Canada, I'd have no problem, getting a little bit above spot price per coin for this if I were to sell it. But if I were to come in with a bunch of Krugerrands, it might be a different story. It might not be as high demand, and with that being a factor, you might not be able to recoup as much premium as you can with the Canadian maple. So yeah, they are just that little bit less expensive than the American Silver Eagle. And as I said, it's a good thing. This kind of ties in with the first point with the liquidity and the recognizability. That will help on the back end when you're trying to sell these. There's a potential that you'll be able to get a little bit more of the premiums back that you paid on these coins, rather than some of the other coins that you could possibly be picking up. Now, I had to say this before I gave number 3. I had to do this after recording because I forgot to mention it. I like that the Royal Canadian Mint actually listens to their customers. I know some people have problems with the US Mint, and it showed a lot with that V75, where a lot of people were unhappy with it, and then more people were unhappy with the response that the US Mint gave them. But one of the big problems with the maple leafs is the milk spotting issue. And the Royal Canadian Mint heard the problems, heard people complaining about it, and they, were proactive, and they actually tried to fix the problem. And in 2018, they came out with this thing called Mint Shield. I know you're all familiar with it, and that's to help with the milk spotting issue. So it's good to see that they care about what their customers think and will actually listen. And they came up with an idea to help alleviate the problem that were causing some people to actually, stop buying the Maple Leafs altogether. So that's another plus that I just wanted to throw in here because I forgot to mention it. So yeah, those are the first 2 points: the liquidity and recognizability, and also the price. Just being that little bit cheaper. The third one, I think I like the most, or is why I like this coin the most, is the security features that they have added over the years. It was in 2014 that they decided to add some security features here, and I'm going to show them to you. You can see here you got these radial lines that go from the middle up into the border there, and this little micro engraving here. You can't really see it on the camera here, but there's a little 2020 inside that maple leaf. It's like that. As of 2014 is when they started doing this. So these are 2020s. That's why it says 20 in there. The other years will have it in there. But that makes these coins very hard to counterfeit. And so you can definitely have more of peace of mind if you're buying these, peer-to-peer, or if you're going to be on eBay or Facebook or Instagram, something like that. You'll know that these coins are. You'll have a little bit more confidence that these aren't going to be counterfeited. I'm not saying that sovereign nation coins aren't counterfeited. I know that there are some American silver eagles that look pretty good that come over from China. But what I'm saying is that if you're actually going to counterfeit one of these maple leafs or an American silver, it's not like counterfeiting and a generic round or something like that. You know what I mean? These being legal tender, it's like, just counterfeiting $100 bill. So big boy charges for that one. It's I said it's not a good thing to be counterfeiting just generic silver as well. I'm not saying you won't get in trouble for counterfeiting generic stuff, but they're definitely going to be coming at you with a little bit more power if you're going to be counterfeiting action, because this is considered money. So if you're counterfeiting money in the States or Canada, I didn't know this, but in the States, counterfeit money is actually the investigations done by the Secret Service. I didn't know that they were the ones that looked after the like counterfeit money and stuff like that. I just looked it up. I looked it up because I wanted to see who who took care of that stuff, because I thought it was interesting. When I first found out that the coins here that have the legal, these are worth $5. So that's what I'm talking about. These are a coin because they have the denomination on it. I know you all know that. But just a little quick recap for anyone that might not know. This is a coin, and this is a round. This is just made by a private mint. You know what I mean? This one's from the Sunshine Mint. This one's from the Royal Canadian Mint. It's backed by the government of Canada, and it has a $5 denomination. So obviously it has more silver content in it than what the denomination is worth. But in a pinch, this is legal tender, and it has a worth of $5. So if you were to counterfeit this, it'd be like counterfeiting a $5 bill, $10, $100 bill. So yeah, and up in Canada, like I said, down in the States, it is the Secret Service that goes after, investigates any of the counterfeit money. Up in Canada, it's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And yeah, one of the things that I like about the security features is that it's aesthetically pleasing to the coin. You know what I mean? These radial lines reflect the light differently, and it's got a nice little pattern that goes with it. This micro engraved little maple leaf here looks really nice. The 2021 Britannias have taken it to a next level when it comes to the security features and having them look actually nice and part of the coin. But some of the ones that haven't done it very well, it serves its purpose, but like something like the Sunshine Mint, when they have their little authenticator spot here. So don't get me wrong, this serves its purpose. If you have that little plastic authenticator thing, you can put it over this spot and it will be able to say if this is an authentic piece of silver or whether it's fake or not. I'm not saying that it's, it doesn't work, but it's just kind of plopped in the middle here, and it doesn't serve the aesthetic appeal of the bar, or especially the coins. I have this is my favorite design for generic rounds, is the silver buffalo, and this one's from the Sunshine Mint. And this looks fine, but then when you turn it over, sorry, it goes left to right. If you turn this over, they just plopped their little authenticator thing right in the middle of the buffalo and just ruined the backside of it, which is my favorite part of the coin. I do like this part of the coin. This one, I did it again where I flipped it the wrong way. Actually, I can't say I have a favorite side to this coin. I like both equally. But on this particular one, I like the Indian head more, than the buffalo, just because I find that authenticator spot ruins it. So it will tell you whether this is an authentic piece from the Sunshine Mint, but they didn't do as good of a job as incorporating the security features like the Maple Leafs did, or especially, like I said, those Britannias. The 4 new security features they added to the 2021s. It's absolutely insane what they've done, and it looks aesthetically on the coin, it looks beautiful, and it works for anti-counterfeiting measures as well. So yeah, this will tell you whether it's an authentic piece or not, but it definitely doesn't add any aesthetic appeal to the coin, which isn't on everyone's radar. They don't care if they have nice beautiful coins. They just want to add weight, which is fine. But yeah, for me, I do like when they if they're adding security features, that they try and make it look nice on the coin as well. So those are the 3 reasons why I like to stack Canadian silver Maple Leafs. Just a little recap here. 1 is the recognizability and the liquidity of it. 2nd is the price. It is that little bit cheaper than the American Silver Eagle, and I'd say just as recognizable. I'm not saying it's as popular. You'll be able to pull up the some of the numbers on there, and you can see how they sell. So the 2nd is the price. It is that little bit cheaper than the American Silver Eagle. It's close to being as recognizable and as popular as that coin, and you will be saving just a little bit more per coin than you would if you were to pick up the Eagle. But they're pretty close to being on the same playing field as far as coins. I put these 2 on. Well, for me especially, like I said, living in North America, the American Silver Eagle is 1, and I'd say the Maple Leaf is 1A. But being as they are that close, I find that is a nice little thing to have a little bit of break in price when you're buying the Maple Leafs compared to the Silver Eagles. And the 3rd thing is the security features on these. It makes it a lot more easier to pick these up. There's a lot more peace of mind to know that these are quite a bit harder to counterfeit than some other coins. Even the American Eagles, they don't have many of the security features that will help to stop the counterfeiting. That's why you see quite a few coming over from China. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's not like an epidemic or anything like that, but there are more fake. I have seen more fake American Silver Eagles than Maples. To be honest, I haven't really seen anybody that has a fake maple on videos. If you have, let me know in the comments. I know they do exist. There have been fake Maple Leafs, but I don't really see them that much. So yeah, that's it for me for this video. I'd like to hear down in the comments whether you like stacking silver Maple Leafs or not. I have heard from a few of you that you do enjoy picking up a tube or 2 of each time that new year, new coins come out, and I do have this tube of 2020s. I do plan on picking up at least 1 tube of 2021s. That's not true. One of my stacking goals was to have 2 tubes of 2021s, so I'm already off track there. But yes, I'd like to stack 2 tubes of the 2021s, and then going forward each year, I'd like to get 2 tubes of the current year for these Maple Leafs. But yeah, like I said, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.